I might have accidentally unlocked the key to growing your Instagram account, and I'm going to tell you exactly how I did it. So, Instagram somewhat recently released trial reels, which you gain from getting 200 followers on your account. I've posted over 12 trial reels in the past week and a half, and I've gained over 900 followers from that. Some of those trial reels hover between 2 to 3,000 views, but some of them have been really successful, with one of them getting up to 53,000 views. I'm going to tell you exactly what I did, the formula that I used for those trial reels that did really well, but first of all, we need to explain what trial reels actually are and how they work. So as I said before, you do need 200 followers on your account to be eligible for trial reels, and then it's going to come up in the options of when you're about to post your video. So you've edited, you've about to upload, and you're writing your description, and under that is a whole bunch of settings. There'll be a toggle for trial reels. Switch that on. The purpose of a trial reel is that it's not going to show on your profile, and it's going to show in the feed to people who don't follow you. The way that normal posts work, whether it be a carousel, a photo, or a normal reel, is that it pushes it to a certain amount of your followers that you already have. If those followers interact with it, then it pushes it to the next lot of followers, and so on and so forth. Then if it gets really popular, it gets pushed out to the rest of Instagram. Trial reels, on the other hand, don't use that formula for your followers. They push it to people who don't know who you are. So the whole point of them is to do a really short and snappy video with a call to action on it. A call to action is basically a text or something in your video that makes people want to interact with it. So the whole goal of this is to get people to interact and be a little bit clickbaity in the process. The trial reel that got me over 53,000 views also got 8,000 likes, 450 reposts, and 350 shares. What made that post so successful was a strong call to action. I played into the emotional side of artists by saying if they copied the link, then it equaled 1 FU to AI. Instagram values the copy links, the shares, the saves, the reposts higher than they value likes, so it's going to be more important to get those into your call to action than it is to say, hey, like this video if you like this art. Instagram wants to know that your posts are share-worthy. They want to know that people are sending it to other people and bringing them to the platform as well. It doesn't even matter if they don't actually share the copy link. If they click copy link, it tricks Instagram into thinking that they are sharing it out elsewhere. The actual clip that you use underneath that text overlay that's going to be your call to action can be anything that you want it to be. It just has to have some kind of movement in it, and it has to be quite short. If you're an artist like me, you can use a clip of yourself painting something, a close-up of your painting with the paintbrush perhaps, or a B-roll shot of you in your studio. Just make sure there's some kind of movement in it so people don't think that it's either a broken video or just a photo. I would suggest keeping your clips under 10 seconds long with your text overlay over the top with your call to action in it. Some other types of calls to action that really worked well for me was asking people to comment something before moving on, or asking people to drop a follow before a certain time period was over. So I mentioned that I was having dinner with my mum, and let's prove to her how many followers we can get before the night is over. I would encourage you to get creative with your calls to action because people are going to be seeing a lot of similar content, especially if they are being asked to interact with something. Those posts are going to show up more and more for that person, and they're going to start becoming fatigued with that. So if you are creative and you come up with a kind of original idea using that same formula, then that's going to go better than copying the wording of someone else's exactly. I have done that, and those reels did not go as well as the ones that I have just kind of come up with and been creative with the video and content that I'm uploading. For example, I uploaded a video of my cat inside this little pumpkin here, and I asked people to leave a comment of a pumpkin as an offering to the pumpkin cat. And that one went off. That one was so popular because it was different. And I feel like it wasn't just the, hey, copy this link if you like my art. Be creative. Don't use the exact same wording as other people. Put your own spin on it. I touched on this a little bit earlier as well, but make sure you have some kind of movement in your video, especially at the start. In the first second of your video, you need to be moving. This is true for any reel as well. You want to capture people's view. You want to capture people's attention, and attention spans online, especially in short form media, is so fleeting. So you need to have something, you need a visual hook, they call it. Look at me sounding like an expert. You need a visual hook to get people watching your videos. They are interested in what you have to say or what you're doing. So if you're starting your video and there's a pause between the start of the video and any movement happening, they're more likely to scroll away because nothing's captured their attention. You'll see me do this thing at the start of my YouTube videos and at the start of my Instagram videos where I move into the camera, or I move the camera around, especially on Instagram because this one's stationary, but I use my phone to film Instagram. But I'll move the camera and then I'll start talking. This is a really good way to capture your audience's attention and not have them scrolling on because they're waiting a split second for you to load. It's the same concept of a website loading. We're not going to wait more than 2 seconds for a website to load before we're clicking the refresh button. Another thing to remember that with trial reels, you don't have to be perfect. Nothing has to be polished or edited. It should only take you a couple of minutes to create your trial reel before uploading it. It's not going to go on your profile. It's not going to clog up your followers' feed and make them sick of you. It's only being shown to non-followers. So I also would highly recommend turning off the option of uploading a trial reel once it gets popular. I don't know what the threshold is of it doing well on Instagram trial reels, but I just have that setting off by default because I don't want to clog my followers' feed, but also it's not for my followers. I'm trying to get non-followers to view my profile. I'm trying to get non-followers to see a little glimpse of what I offer as an artist and as a content creator. Envision your trial reels as an invitation and your profile as the party. You're going to have the more polished, high effort content on your profile, but the trial reels are such a small snippet of video or of content that you are showing people to invite them in. That you're asking them something, you're wanting them to do something, you're inviting them to the party, and of course if they see the party and they like what they see, then they're going to drop a follow. It is worth to keep in mind that this is currently a trend. For me personally, I have always missed out on trends, so I was not going to let this one pass me by. I was going to utilize this as quickly as I possibly could as an artist to try and get more eyes on my work, because that at the moment is my goal. I do want to build up a cozy little community of people, but in order to do that, I feel like I had to have a way that invited more people in to see the work that I do. And that's why I'm saying about the invitation versus the party, because yes, it's going to seem clickbaity, and yes, it's going to seem a little dirty inside if you have the same mindset of me of I feel really bad about clickbaiting people, but honestly, it does work. And I have gained a few sales from this in terms of my mail club. I have gained people signing up to my mail club from this. So that to me is a win. I know that it's not a huge jump in my revenue, but at least it's getting more eyes on my work. It's pushing my stuff out there further. My invitation is flying all over Instagram, and the people that want to come to the party are going to RSVP. To wrap this up, I am still experimenting with trial reels, and I will continue to document my findings here on YouTube as well. If you guys are interested, please let me know in the comments if you want to see that progress and how my trial reels go across the next month. I'll make another video at the end of the month if you want to see that. But I am really enjoying the process, which surprises me because I am someone who often lets trends pass me by and just takes forever to learn how to do something and to figure out how to do something. So I feel like for whatever reason, my brain has decided that this is something that I want to try. This is something that I want to jump into, and it's been working really well for me. So if you guys are on the fence of using trial reels or using something new, then I implore you to just give it a go. I feel like trial reels for someone like me who is an insane perfectionist and really likes to do my stuff very polished, very perfect. If it's not, then it's not worth uploading. Filming this video alone was it was something. There was a lot of pauses. There was a lot of edits that had to be taken out by my amazing editor, Mitch. Thank you so much. So Because of that, am finding that trial reels have been making me less of a perfectionist on Instagram. So if you are someone who is a perfectionist, utilize that. Utilize trial reels as something that you can test stuff that isn't perfect. Because at the end of the day, if it's not perfect, who cares? If it's not perfect and no one sees it, no one sees it. It's not going to be on your profile. It's not going to be clickable by people that visit your profile so they can see, oh, this reel clearly didn't go very well for her. Who cares? And I feel like it's taken the pressure off, and I love Instagram for doing this. I've kind of been a little bit of an Instagram hater in the past because I had found it so hard as an artist to gain traction. But trial reels have taken that pressure off, and I think that it's one of the best things that they have done for a long time. I think that it's with their when they brought out reels, they were trying to copy TikTok and then shorts on YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like trial reels is something really unique to Instagram, and I think it can be really, really helpful to show people your work again, to invite people to view your work. And if you view it as that, if you view it as something that doesn't need to be perfect, if you're viewing it as a very, very small glimpse of something that you do, then it's going to really take the pressure off of posting on Instagram, and hopefully you see success from this as well. It is something that may or may not work. As I said, over the past week and a half, I've posted 12 or 13 trial reels. So some of them have gone really well, but most of them don't get above 2 to 3,000 views. So please don't be discouraged if you post one trial reel and it doesn't go anywhere. It is going to be based on luck and chance and who sees that reel and who's going to interact with it. That's why these hooks and calls to action are so important, because you want people to interact, because that's going to be what takes off your trial reel. One more thing before I stop yapping your ear off is, if you are posting a normal post or a normal reel on your profile on Instagram, to post a trial reel at the same time. If you post a trial reel and people see that invitation and then they go to your party and you are having a party, they're more likely to interact with that first post that you've just posted as well. So I feel like, because trial reels are a little bit delayed, if you want to do this correctly, then post your trial reel maybe 10 or 20 minutes before posting your normal content on your profile. You don't have to post on your normal profile every single day. I certainly don't, but I post trial reels maybe once or twice a day. It doesn't always match up with when I post on my normal profile because of that, because I don't post every day on my normal profile. But yes, I do try and align those two when I am posting on my normal profile. I hope that makes sense, and I hope that I haven't completely bored you by yapping about this for the past however long I've been yapping. And I hope that this has given you some valuable content in your Instagram journey. Let me know if it works for you. I'll try and work on a maybe PDF that has some different types of calls to action that you can utilize, or that you can, change into your own creative style. But I'll put that in the next video, or I'll update the description of this video maybe. Look, I don't know. My brain is very chaotic, and I hope that you're okay with that, because you have to be. All right, I'm gonna let you go about your day now. I hope that you have a fantastic one, and I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye. At it. It's so cute.